to my channel. I'm JC. Today's video is hopefully going to be brief because hopefully it won't take me a long time to explain my writing plans for 2025. You would think they would be short, but who am I? So I've actually sectioned my plans off into I wrote it down and I have 4 sections. I divided it up in fourths on the page, so it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. I have a revisions section. I have a brainstorming and outlining section. I have a drafting and put together section. I'll explain that in just a second. And I have other side projects and non-book related projects section. In my revisions section I have final revisions for When Love Calls because I'm realizing I'm not going to be able to finish the revisions I'm currently working on by the last day of December. It's just not gonna happen, not without me practically killing myself, and I don't intend to do that. So I do still have to finish these revisions, but when I say final revisions, I mean like after I've sent it to a couple of people to read over and read through to see if the changes I've made work or it needs to be any more changes, then final revisions. And yeah, then the revision of Mackenzie Brown book 1, because I do intend to query that in 2025. So with that also comes working on a query package, but I want to revise it before querying it. And I know you don't technically have to revise the whole entire manuscript before you query, because you're really only querying probably like the first chapter or so. But I prefer to, if by any chance somebody requests a full manuscript, I don't want it ready. So those are my 2 revision projects. Brainstorming and outlining, I have the diary book 2 because I am most likely going to do a second book. Hadn't intended on it, but an idea came to me, and as soon as I flesh it out a bit more, hopefully it'll come together a little more. To re-outline Her Own Separate Life, and believe it or not, just yesterday a new way to open the book just came to me, which might actually shift and change a few other plot lines in the book. So yes, re-outlining Her Own Separate Life, which is kind of like I want to say mafia contemporary romance, which I don't know if that's a thing, but there's mafia involved, or the mob involved, and there's romance involved, and there's family drama and dynamics involved. So I don't really know what to call it, but it's still there, and I want to re-outline it. And I want to outline Mackenzie Brown book 5 and the first book in the paranormal mystery series. A lot of brainstorming and outlining going on. Drafting and put together, I want to redraft. Well, I say redraft, but if I outline it the way I'm thinking about changing the outline, it'll be like a whole new draft. But there are like 2 half completed drafts of Her Own Separate Life already. So draft Her Own Separate Life. And then I have draft my first 2 series in the pen name books. And then when I say put together, I have scars I've collected along the way because there are essays and poems, and it's a collection that needs to be put together in a certain way. So that's why I said put together. I have some poems that I need to finish up, some essays that I need to finish up. So hopefully I'll be working on that in the new year. And other side projects and non-book related are blog posts, because I want to blog at least 3 times a month. I used to be really good at doing it every Monday, and I've fallen off of that, so I want to get back to some semblance of that. And then the Nathan and Brenna prequel story that's over on my Patreon, the 7 Deadly Sins short story collection that I'm also doing over on my Patreon as exclusively at the moment. And my motivational book for writers, which I'm still working on. It's in pieces. It needs to kind of be put together, but I count it as a side project because it's not priority for this year just yet. Whew. Sounds like a lot, doesn't it? It feels like a lot. And we're just gonna hope that I can manage to accomplish half of this list, maybe, possibly. Cross fingers. We're not gonna get into how not well I did on my 2024 goals. We'll get to that in the next video, which is gonna be my 2024 writing and reading goals wrap up, along with 2025 goals. So stay tuned for that video. But that is gonna be it for this video. If you like what you see and you want to see more videos from me, make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button. I post videos on Mondays. I typically live stream on Wednesdays, except for not until the 8th of January when we come back in the new year at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As per usual, if you would like to be supportive of me in any of my creative endeavors, such as my blog, my online magazine, my online store with writer merch, becoming a member on my Patreon, tipping me on my Ko-fi, or by buying my books or reading them in Kindle Unlimited, all of those links can be found in the description box below. And until next time, have a blessed day. Bye.